What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Hope you guys are doing well. I've been caught with the flu. I don't know if you guys realize, but the flu has been a different kind of flu because the flu lasts for more than a week now. I've been sick for 2 weeks now, but hey, I'm better and I'm back at it. Got another special one lined up for you guys. Hope you guys are gonna enjoy that one. And those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Like and subscribe to my channel. Let me keep you entertained and informed on the newest and trending. See you guys in the video.
I wanted to talk, Marlon, a bit about, just so proud of how you are being a role model for dealing with a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a Black man. Would you care to share?
It's okay, baby. What was that?
Mettez les masques, mettez les masques.
Il y a du partout. Hein. Bien. On peut y aller? Tout le monde est prêt? Bien, mesdames et messieurs, le résultat de ce second tour a démenti.
Right in our faces. They know exactly that COVID was a made-up thing. A lot of people didn't make it due to the COVID, but I firmly believe COVID was made and spread through this world. It just didn't happen, come from bats and all the stories that are made up. But what's going to be next? That's the question.
Thought I'd pass it around and get some money for the pizza. What do you have, Harvey? 200?
Are they here? Well, who do you want to talk to?
She's still your favorite?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yep.
It's called Secret Pizza Party. Game of games tonight. Tonight.
More except for two things.
Pizza and us.
And us.
A child molesting robot. I eat children. How old are you? Oh, okay. Only to 10.
These people are sick, man. It's not a joke, it's
The
true.
number I want to talk about is 6174, and it doesn't seem to have anything which is unusual about it. So I asked you to choose one at random, and you said 9218 is your starting point. Now, the first thing you do with this is to put that in the order, the largest number first, then the next largest number, then the next largest number, and then the smallest. And then the other way around, 1289. I've rearranged these digits in the order, highest to lowest, lowest to highest. And then what you do is take this away from that. And when you do that, you get 2, and then you carry 1, 9, and I get 8532. Now this is the new number that you put into this machine. You arrange that in order with the highest to lowest, which it turns out to be right straight away, and then the other way round, 2, 3, 5, 8. And you take 1 away from the other. And there we are, 6174. So you've been really kind to me, because I've only had to go through this iteration twice and I get to the number. Well, if I got to this number and I do it again, I would have, let me see, 7641. I've got to get this right. And then 1467. And I take this away from that and I get back to 6174. And if I were to do that again, I would get this and then that, and it would go on forever. The whole thing with this procedure always converges, always ends up with this number. And when it's got to this number, it's stuck in a perpetual loop that will always bring you this number.
Those of you who have knowledge about that, please tell me in the comments what the significance is of that number. Because I would really like to know. Because that's kind of interesting. And I'm going to do some research on it now. So I want to find out what's the significance. Why specifically that number? I see there's no sound to this clip.
Wonderful, because you will not let me get it.
You have to wait beyond that now. What you've done to Suni, what you've done to Dylan, what you've done to Dylan. Dylan's a baby. How could you do that to her? I don't know anything of the kind. I know what Dylan tells me. You've told me nothing but lies. Dylan tells the truth inconsistently. No, I don't know that, Woody. I've always been worried about you and Dylan. And I didn't know the doctor had to report this to the authorities. I didn't know that. I went just to be sure she was all right. And she's not all right, Woody. She walks around the house holding her vagina. She sleeps with me. She's scared of you. And you hurt her. And I feel pretty guilty myself that I wasn't there to protect her. She said, Mama, you didn't help me. She said, Daddy shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have hurt me like that. If you hurt her, you would weep inside. And you would just want to be dead. Because I don't know how you can live with what you did.
You know, my feeling, people like that, they should get the worst punishment because you are hurting children. This stuff is happening on a daily basis around the world. And there's absolutely nothing that are people really doing about it. There are ways to stop it. But you know what? Some of the authorities are working with these kind of pedophiles. And I wonder what happened to this Woody. Is he in jail? Or is he also one of those that just sprung free? It's a sick world we live in. People, you need to protect your children.
This is a big deal. This was designed. You think Chick-fil-A is designed for addiction? This was highly intentional. phone in its settings tells you how far it has to be off of your body to prevent cancer. It tells you if you go to your settings to general, you scroll all the way down to legal and regulatory. Who knew this was in the BALs? Do you see it?
I'm in it.
Legal and regulatory, click it. The very bottom one says RF exposure. That stands for radio frequency exposure. And then it tells you, mine is on the second paragraph. This must be 5 millimeter separation off of your body. It's about a pencil eraser. So they're covered when you get brain cancer because you put your phone to your head.
I always speak on speakerphone.
You bet you do. Distance is your friend with radio frequency, with electromagnetic fields. But they just came out with a study. It just literally, the further this is away from you, the better. We're seeing a higher rate of testicular cancer on young men because they put their phone. Get your phone out of your pocket. Get it away from your testicles.
That's crazy.
Yes. So back when these were smaller and women put them in their breast, we saw breast cancers the shape of that lithium battery in there. This is radioactive. So you get it off your person. You speak on speakerphone with it, right? You don't put it up your head. You for sure don't have it on your head driving down a road in a metal tube where it's having to work super hard to find a cell signal. So it's putting out more electromagnetic field.
That woman has been dropping gems. And here I am sleeping with my phone under my pillow because I need to hear my alarm. But that's just a wake-up call to, I have to get me something new. I'm still going to use my phone. Obviously, we all need our phones, but I have to get me a new alarm clock or something because I sleep with it under my pillow. My wife does too. So it's 2 phones under our pillows. So we need to do something about it because that's kind of scary if you think about it. And all our phones are probably in our pockets almost the whole day. If it's not on our office desk, it will be in our pockets. Wow.
Of the media.
Some members of the media use their platforms
To push their own personal bias.
To push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
The state government is about to launch a new form of digital ID that means you'll never have to hand over your personal details to anyone again. It will all be stored in the Service New South Wales app on your phone, which will prove you are who you say you are.
Scanning his licence, passport and Medicare card, in less than 3 minutes the minister proves he really is Victor Dominello.
This is unquestionably the Holy Grail.
This is your first look at the state's new digital ID.
This is a huge step forward in giving back people control over their data, control over their identity.
Personal credentials will be stored on your device. No IDs need to be handed over. And that means keeping your address and birth date to yourself. If you need to hire a car, rent a property, set up a bank account, check into a hotel, or prove you're over 18 to buy alcohol or attend an event.
But how can it trust you are who you say you are? Well, you'll need to take a selfie, which will be cross-checked against other forms of ID you've submitted, and when there's a match, you're good to go.
The technology will be opt-in and should be available later this year.
What if I told you it's not just Diddy? There's even deeper and darker secrets Hollywood has.
Watch this.
You think the Diddy thing is big? If you're the type of person and you think the Diddy thing is big, fucking buckle up. Because it's literally every politician, every big-ass celebrity, every big actor. It's not just one guy that was off the rails and, oh, we just found out. Are you fucking kidding me? We are about to learn publicly, right? Actually been happening at the top. And it's fucked up. And a lot of people's consciousness are not going to be able to handle it because it is dark and it is twisted. And I know you might think I'm speaking vaguely, but no.
It's not that just 1 or 2 celebrities are bad and doing very dark things. They're all somehow connected. Diddy was probably just the fall guy. I don't think they just let anybody become an A-list celebrity. There's probably some very dark ritualistic things you have to do to gain their trust. Remember, it's probably not just one bad apple. The whole tree is probably rotten. As always, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Stay weird.
With fame comes perks, but also selling your soul. So is it kind of worth it to do that? Because where these sick sacrifices come from, it's from the top down, and they blackmail you. So at the end of the day, you are forced to do what they tell you to do. All the tapes and everything come out. And as I believe what she says, I think Diddy was just a fall guy. There's much bigger fish than him. Oh, there's much, much bigger than him.
These children are not just kidnapped and in some cases bred by families as a cash crop. We have people in the United States of America that breed children in order to sell them. And when they are sold, they come without birth certificates, which means it's easier to kill them and have no one ask where they are. We're also importing children by the plane load. Again, children who have no documentation. It's not just child slavery or child sex abuse, it's also child torture, because you have adrenalized blood.
We are talking about the most profitable type of organized crime, the most profitable. So to think that these guys are not in on it is crazy, and you must be living under a rock. I've told you many, many times before, the biggest players in the trafficking game all have ties to the government. It's a fact. We are literally just a number, product on a conveyor belt. Can't make enough money to create value, then they will find evil ways.
Doesn't that just make you sick to your stomach if you think about it? You take all the legal businesses you have there and you compare it to the pharmaceutical business, which is also like a drug company, drug business, and also child trafficking. And you are able to get the numbers on that, how much these people make. I'm not talking about the small fish, I'm talking about the high ups. It's a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. Underground. It's sick. Well, I'm going to say it again. Wherever you go, even if you take a walk or just go to a park or whatever, keep your eyes on your children, especially if they are under the age of 10. Keep your eyes on your children at all times, especially in a mall. Don't think it doesn't happen where you are. It happens everywhere, anywhere in the world, at any time. As I'm speaking to you, making this video, there's someone being kidnapped in the world. It's bad.
But it's with a demon.
Listen to
this.
Ritual. I know all y'all need money. But some people already know this ritual. A simple ritual, the Legba ritual. You go to a crossroad on a Monday.
You know what happens at a
corners,
crossroad?
what a crossroad is, 4 corners. You take 4 pennies, you put on each corner. Right? Put on each corner. Then you ask a Legba for what? Financial lead or financial gain. And it takes about a week, but you will get that money. You understand what I'm saying? That's for only in dire straits. But that's what you do. You go to that crossroad and put 4 pennies. And remember, it's the God of Legba.
By no way am I saying do this. And if you do decide to do this, be careful with what comes with the money. There may be demonic ties and unintended consequences that come with this money. It sounds like the guy that's talking about it, Bobby Hemmitt, might know from first-hand experience what he's talking about. As always, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay weird.
People, please don't go through that. Like I said, with that money comes some spirits, demons, and stuff. Don't do that. We all need money, but there are other ways to make money. And understand, life is hard. Life is a struggle. But this is God's planet.
These women are worse than Diddy. All of them are worse than Diddy. They are out of control. And they did MK Ultra on me as an implant failure patient and started an implant failure charity. I was their experiment. How is a person with an implant failure going to react if we do MK Ultra on them? That's great. Now let's go start a charity and put implants in people and do MK Ultra on them. You have no business starting a charity where you put implants in people if you are the one that did MK Ultra on me as an implant failure patient.
There is something more supernatural on the drawing board at CERN than what is being admitted. Even Adam Barker of Tech Bubble wrote of CERN a while back that with the LHC, CERN are expecting to find other dimensions and open portals to these dimensions. If you have the image of Stargate in your head right now, you're spot on. That's what he said. One of CERN's goals is to recreate Jacob's Ladder, according to Barker. and to reopen a portal. Now, Sergio Bertolucci, who is the official director for research and scientific computing at CERN, he was asked a while back about this extra-dimensional doorway by The Register, which is a London and New York operated science and technology journal. And he didn't hesitate with an enlightening response. He said, yes, out of this door might come something, or we might send something through it.
Why are people messing with these things? Why not just leave
This
it
man
alone?
controls the fashion industry and has a demonic background.
Watch
Every
this.
day, the world is becoming more godless and demonic. An example of this is Converse rebranding and marketing their entire style by partnering with a guy named Rick Owens.
I wonder why.
And if you don't know who Rick Owens is, the guy is a complete Satanist. And if you look at the shoe just from a quick glance, it doesn't look like there's anything obvious that they changed. But remember, the devil is in the details. Double Dark Star, that's a very interesting name, but look at this logo right here. This is part of the photo shoot for the advertisement, clearly demonic. Obviously they're trying to market a different look, and now here's the details. Look at that star right there upside down. You can see the star right here, and there it is right there. And I get it, the first response from a lot of people is we're just gonna go ahead and boycott the brand, we're not gonna wear any more Converse. The reality is, my friend, if you look at every single evil that's happening in the world, there's no escaping it. It's in everything. It's in all of our food. It's in all of the branding. It's in all of the governments.
Everything,
The evil is
y'all.
everywhere. So unless you want to move off into the mountains and live completely off the grid, that's one option. But I believe the best option is to pray for discernment so you're aware of what evils are happening in the world.
There is a message behind everything, y'all. Pay close attention. As always, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay weird.
Can you imagine that in 10 years when we are sitting here, we have an implant in our brains, and I can immediately feel, because you all will have implants, and we measure your brain waves, and I can immediately tell you how the people react, or I can feel how the people react to your answers. Is it imaginable?
I think that is imaginable. I think I think, you know, you can imagine that. You can imagine, well, you're going to be sort of transplanted into, you know, the internet, so to speak, to live forever in a digital realm. You know, you can imagine that, you know, you just in your biological incarnation are going to live to be some, you know, very long age.
I wouldn't take it. Don't.
What the heck is going on here? Till Lindeman's eyes shapeshift into something else entirely. And if we replay and slow-mo the video and watch closely, you can actually see the details of what looks like a reptile type of eye. What the heck is going on here? And what's even creepier is that just moments before and after, his eyes look completely normal. It's as if whatever happened in seconds, and most people did not realize it.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
Ronald?
Yes.
I'm a vampire.
Yes.
And you cannot let me in, okay?
Okay.
All right, can I come in?
Yes.
Ronald!
No.
Okay. Ronald, can I come in?
No.
Okay, I got fries.
Hey, Ronald, hold up. I got this. You say you got fries? Yes, we have fries. What kind of fries you got? You know we're vampires. No, we know you're vampires, but it depends on whether we let you in or not, where you got your fries from. What y'all got? Mine are from Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box fries? Okay, Ronald said not bad. What else?
I have Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A fries with a waffle? Okay, Ronald said now we're getting somewhere. Okay. What you got?
I have Five Guys.
Five Guys fries. With a Cajun seasoning?
We know how much the blacks love seasoning.
You know how we love seasoning, nigga. Okay, what you got?
McDonald's.
McDonald's fries. Hey, Ronald, come on now. We might let these motherfuckers in, right? Okay, shoot. What about you?
In-N-Out fries.
In-N-Out fries. These motherfuckers say In-N-Out fries.
Ah.
In-N-Out fries. You gonna try to bribe me with In-N-Out fries that get cold in 0.1 seconds. Ronald, let me see that. Y'all better get the fuck out of here. Uh-huh, we ain't playing. Me and Ronald ain't playing. In-N-Out fries. Got me fucked up, right, Ronald?
Skynet is now online.
Wow.
Gifyon is going to be a factory of intelligence. And this factory of intelligence is a new industry that never existed before. It sits on top of the IT industry. We're inventing something fundamentally new.
How ironic that just days before the Terminator's 30th anniversary, NVIDIA founder and CEO Jensen Huang, along with the King of Denmark, launched the country's largest AI supercomputer.
The CPU is a neural net processor, a learning computer.
Skynet, Gifyon, aims to drive breakthroughs in quantum computing, clean energy, biotechnology, and other areas that benefit both Danish society and the world. Yeah, right, I've heard that before.
In a few months, he creates a revolutionary type of microprocessor.
Go on. Then what?
In 3 years, Cyberdyne will become the largest supplier of military computer systems. All stealth bombers are upgraded with Cyberdyne computers, becoming fully unmanned. Afterwards, they fly with a perfect operational record. The Skynet funding bill is passed. The system goes online on August 4th, 1997. Human decisions are removed from strategic defense. Skynet begins to learn at a geometric rate. It becomes self-aware at 2:14 a.m. Eastern Time, August 29th.
What do you guys think about that? Do you think they should be messing with this type of computers, artificial intelligence? Shouldn't they just leave it alone? Because are we going to be able to control it even? Look what happened in Terminator. If you guys watch Terminator, man, something you cannot stop. And if that computer is so clever, he can access missiles, nuclear sites, and all that. Are you willing to risk that? Man, see, it's times like this. I hope there's aliens to stop these people from doing and creating these things.
Let me tell y'all a true story, so boom, watch this video to the end. Could this be a giant? This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go.
Danger, do not go beyond this point.
What?
Oh, look, there's somebody out there with a face.
What the?
They're sleeping in the water. Look
Shut
at
up!
the nose. See? The nose, the mouth, the eyes. He went beyond this point. He's not in danger. He's in the water.
I knew it!
Water!
Shut up! Did you see that? Looks like a face to me. Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what that guy's talking about. He's exaggerating. That just happened to be a rock that was shaped as a face. Shut up! But what if it's keeping its head above water so it could breathe? Don't you say it. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys, and I'm just playing around because that's impossible. You think it's a game? The A's on the W. Didn't I tell you that a long time ago? Remember that video I showed you with the big giant foot right by the water? Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys, and you know what time is it. I'm pretty sure if they exist, meanwhile, they don't exist, but they will come out at night when nobody's around. Because let's not forget, that ocean is big enough to carry. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys, and you better stay out of that water. I don't care if you're on a boat. I don't care if you're scuba diving. I don't care if you're on a canoe. Get out of the ocean. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys, and I told you already. I'm not going to tell you again. But I'll tell you one thing. If I'm ever out there and I see a rock, a big rock, shaped as a face, I'm not even going to go there anymore. I'm out.
We met in a Freemason lodge, and the initiation was a black robe. The ritual, a sword was held to my neck that I had to swear an oath that I could never talk about it, or I was giving spiritual powers.
A real sword.
A real sword, yeah. Very ritualistic. At one time we went for 8 hours, I believe, or maybe even more. In one day, met at the Masonic Lodge for a day of basically learning and practicing ceremonial magic, which included the invocation of deities, like one invocation of goddess Isis, which is a demon. We had to bow down on our knees and our face to a golden idol of Isis.
Behind closed doors, this is what's really going on. Anyone who thinks in these lodges it's a bunch of old men doing a bit of cosplay, you know, harmless, you are very wrong. These people are practicing sinister, evil rituals. And they all do it to attain power. That's why they do it behind closed doors.
This man is the last survivor of the Russian sleep experiment. It's still one of the darkest secrets in human history. In the 1940s, a group of scientists locked 5 men inside a sealed room. They pumped in a strange gas to keep them awake for 15 days. No sleep, no breaks, just endless watching and waiting. At first, the test seemed to work, But by day 5, the men began to lose their minds. One of them started screaming for hours, until his voice gave out completely. 2 others tore pages from books and covered the surveillance cameras. Then, silence. Not a single sound came from the room. When the guards finally went in, they found something inside that didn't even look human. Twisted limbs, wild eyes, and one survivor curled in the corner, smiling, like he knew something no one else did. They ended the experiment that day, or at least, that's what they want us to believe. I'll leave you with the chilling ending.
They found out where the quote-unquote devil lives in the world. So in the Bible, Jesus said one of my disciples, or not disciple, but like teachers named Antipas would die and be martyred, right? Now, Saint Antipas was martyred and he was killed in, you know, that torture bowl? So they put somebody in like a metal bowl and like boil him alive.
Boil it, okay.
Yeah. So that happened in Geneva, Switzerland.
Okay.
So people are saying Geneva, Switzerland
is like
the literal place of hell. It's literally the portal to hell, or that's at least where the devil resides, because that's what it says in the Bible. Now check this out.
Okay.
Do you know what else is in Geneva, Switzerland?
What?
CERN.
Oh.
CERN headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland, and the CERN logo is what? Six, fam. And people say that CERN is working on particle generation and messing with matter of the universe to what? To
create another dimension.
To tear.
Is the Earth round?
I would say no.
What shape is it?
I just believe that we live on a flat plane. Yeah, like a huge flat plane. Yeah. It's only because I've traveled so much and I see like...
Did you ever get to the edge of the earth?
Nah.
Okay.
It's not that. There's more, I think that there's more masses than just what we see.
Just the earth.
Because we lived, it was one thing before and it's like spread out.
So it's layered like a pastry.
I wouldn't say layered like a pastry. I would just say like if this rug was the world, we would probably be like over there. It's just way
There's
more
other shit that we haven't discovered.
Yeah, that's what I think.
The world simulation. I come from the Paroma with the real God. Okay. I know who the real God is. They tricked us. They stole 4,000 years from us.
They did? How did they do that?
5,000.
We might need the handheld, Nate, for a little bit of this interview. We'll just wait, but you might need to be on it. So you're telling me on...
It's your 5,006.
I know you're here trying to act because you're probably...
I'm not acting.
You're acting.
What the acting for?
Yeah, and you know...
Stop playing on me.
And I know you're trying...
They like me like in prison.
Yeah,
My body in prison, gang.
I know this game because, listen, I'm mentally ill, too. So
I'm not mentally ill, gang.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's spirits. Mentally ill spirits. You can cure those. All you gotta do is in line. That's what I want.
Okay, but he's acting pretty crazy.
4 billion years ago, somebody was on this earth. We talk about the ancient history of Egypt 5,000 to 6,000 years ago. That's not ancient. That was yesterday. You want to talk ancient? Yeah. Go to South Africa and Asia where they're drilling mines so far down into the earth, which all paleontologists around the world will agree that at that particular deep point in the earth, which they know to be 3.5 to 4 billion years old. Now they are finding handmade artifacts. 4 billion years ago, somebody was on this earth that knew metallurgy, they knew metals, they knew how to mold and to create handmade things. And then when you begin to look at all of the incredible things which are found in the ocean, like off the coast of Okinawa, there are huge temples in the Pacific Ocean. Off the coast of Cuba, there are enormous temples sitting on the ocean floor. And 10 miles north of the island of Bimini in the Bermuda Triangle, in an area that's called the Bahama Banks, is a pyramid sitting on the ocean floor. Now, how many people know that? And most important, how many people give a damn?
Dropping some gems there, eh?
Is this real life?
Yes, this is real life.
I feel crazy. The world is spinning around me.
Don't touch your stitches, Justin. Bieber, don't touch your stitches.
What's happening?
Bieber, stop.
You have 4 eyes. I have 2 fingers. I have 3 fingers. Is this gonna last forever?
I feel sorry for Justin Bieber.
For America's future, that some participate and others don't. We have been given an extraordinary blessing, and at this moment in time, our country needs us. And we need people like George Soros, who is fearless and willing to step up when it counts. So please join me in welcoming George Soros.
To stand up and to do something really and become really engaged in the electoral process in this.
That's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, those of you who haven't subbed to my channel yet, please do so. Like and subscribe to my channel. Let's build this channel from the ground up. See you guys in the next one.